Guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about this sick website that sells hella cheap NBA jerseys. The website is ringchasers.com. I copped myself a few jerseys on there a while back, and I honestly don't know how their prices are this cheap. If you guys want to get a sick deal on a jersey, make sure you check them out. Link will be in the description, and use code LQG at checkout for an extra 10% off. What's going on, guys? It's LQG, and today I'm back with another video. So today we have for you guys NBA Legends explain how good LeBron James is. Let me know where you have LeBron ranked on your all-time list in the comments below. Is he the GOAT? Is he top 5? Also, make sure to smash the like button. Let's see if we hit 100 likes on this video. And also, make sure to subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. We're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so make sure you don't miss out. With that being said, let's get into NBA Legends explain how good LeBron James is.
I think LeBron's at the redemptive stage. I think he's at the stage where he's put in the time, he's been proving who he was, he's been challenged by everybody, and the fact that, you know, he's stayed quiet and finished his goal kind of just puts him at the stage where I've done everything I've asked for, that you've asked of me. Now let me have the freedom to pursue and chase the rest of these championships. So I think it's a little bit redemptive for him, being that he won and, you know, wasn't expected and wasn't rooted, you know, to be the champion that he is.
Has he won back any fans he may have lost through the whole decision?
It wasn't about LeBron leaving Cleveland.
It was how?
It was how he left Cleveland. Because everybody liked LeBron. LeBron's a very nice person.
Smitty, what do you think?
You know, I look at it, I think he started not listening to all the critics. I think the one thing is, I think he listened to everything. I think in the finals the year before against Dallas, he was up tweeting at 3 a.m., you know, talking to fans. I think he finally started to say, let me just be myself. And whatever happens, happens, wherever the chips may fall. And he started to play the game a different way. For me, seeing him post up, to me, taking a challenge from guarding fours. He didn't do that in the Dallas series. He never really guarded a Dirk Nowitzki. I think now he accepts the challenge right now to play center. So I think he accepts now, I'll do whatever it takes. I'm gonna play my way. And I think that's what he did, is pretty much, you know, canceled out the noise and just started to play.
It's interesting what winning does. You know, looking at LeBron at the Hall of Fame ceremony, there was an ease and calm about him that I hadn't seen. And I think getting that championship and getting that monkey off his back, what's scary is what lies ahead for him. He's already won 3 MVPs. He's considered by all of us as the best player on the planet right now. I think his best basketball is yet to come because of that one championship. And I think that's what's scary for the league, is when you win that one thing, and I know he's put himself out there 5, 6, 7, but the best basketball for LeBron James, I believe, is ahead of him.
Kind of scary, isn't it, Shaq? We haven't seen the best of LeBron James yet?
It's very scary, but unfortunately for LeBron, now that the monkey is off his back, he's going to be compared to 2 people. That's Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. So now the question is, how many championships can he get? We all know he's a competitor, and you know he's going to be going for that 5 and 6 mark.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Steve?
Well, he's the most scrutinized athlete probably in the history of the world, you know, given the amount of media these days. I thought it was just really cool watching him break through that wall, as Steve said. I mean, he had that moment this year where he broke through to the next level, not only because he got the ring, but the manner in which he did it. The Dallas series, you know, a couple years ago, he struggled in the finals. This time, he totally dominated. And I just think about the maturity. You know, you think back to his Cleveland days, pregame warm-ups, they're doing all the camera stuff, and, you know, it was all fun. It started not being fun for him for a couple of years there. And then I think he just realized the only way that this is really fun at this level is to win, and he got it done.
How about strictly the workload that he's had? And it's one thing to play a season, it's another thing to play a season under pressure, under stress, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but if you're
will it take its toll at all on when you see him this year?
That's your job when you call yourself the MVP at the start of the league. You know, every player that's sitting here that was considered that have done that. Every player that, you know, in the past have done that. Yo, what time out? Like, man, yo, you gotta get this dude some dodos over there.
Easy, I was trying to get you.
There you go, stop, man. He's tired, man. I couldn't look at him tired over here, man.
I tried to look away when I was feeling something.
Back to reality.
Center.
Back to the reality. We're here, Chuck.
I'm good now.
Okay.
Okay, so Kenny, It's okay.
You know, that's his job. No, that's his job.
Okay.
That's his job. Like, you start a league, you start your team, that's your job. The comparisons of those two guys, now that's a different story. Because the one guy, Michael Jordan, I don't think there could be a comparison to him. Only because he's in a category far above everyone else, only because he's a mold breaker. Like, you're not gonna be Muhammad Ali. You're never gonna be Ali. You could be a great fighter, you could be the best at what you do, you could have a heck of a knockout punch, but you're not Ali. You're not Jordan because you can't break a ground that hadn't been broken yet. I don't see that LeBron is gonna break a ground that hasn't been. You can't be Magic. You're not gonna be the first 6'9" guard that come into the league and change the dynamic of what a point guard is. So he will never be that. He will be a great player, but he'll never be a groundbreaker.
But I disagree. I mean, I agree that Michael is above and beyond everybody, but LeBron is breaking new ground with the way he's playing, I think. I don't even know what position he plays, but he can guard all 5 spots. He's really the point guard, but then he plays power forward sometimes.
I was going to ask you, Steve, I mean, is this, sometimes you hear guys, well, he redefined the power forward position.
Charles redefined power forward.
Exactly. So what has LeBron redefined?
Well, let me make this. Well, I think the point that Steve was trying to make, like, if you remember last year in the playoffs, he guarded Derrick Rose. We would never let a 6'8" guy guard the MVP in our sport.
I disagree. I mean, Scottie Pippen did that.
But I'm saying, Scottie Pippen will never play power forward.
Right, but meaning, like, okay, as great as Shaq was, he's never, everyone always says, well, Will. Now, Shaq, greatest player we've ever seen at his position but he's always, because Wilt was the groundbreaker, so he never gets all the credit he probably deserved because he can't break through that Wilt comparison.
Well, that's on the people.
What LeBron is.
That's on fans
But I think that's what we're talking about. So I think that's the same thing with LeBron. He'll never be in that Michael category because he could never meet up to that.
Maybe that's next, though. Maybe that's the next step for him. He's got to win 4 or 5 more titles, and then people will talk about him in that kind of new mold.
I still think it'll be Kobe.
What now?
I said maybe a dunk. I said when you talked about the fans,
everything.
I'm wondering, like you said, what part does the fans have to play? Is that the next step? Because the fans are mad he wasn't in a dunk contest. Fans want to be in 3-point.
Well, they're mad because he goes on NBA TV during the weekend and he's saying, I'm going to be in the contest the next year.
Right now, I'm preliminary putting my name in the 2010 dunk contest on Saturday night. LeBron James is saying that in 2010 in Dallas Stadium, primarily I put my name in the dunk contest.
And then everything goes down with him going to Miami, and it's like he's running from his responsibility.
But Michael Jordan,
that's what the fans are upset about, because all the greats from Michael Jordan.
He was in the 3-point contest. Forget the dunk. Michael did the 3.
He's got to do it. He has to do it. He's got to do it.
I think LeBron has to be careful, though, because, you know, you guys were talking earlier. Listen, he's played a lot of basketball. He played a very short, condensed NBA season, went right into the Olympics. No matter how great somebody is, you got to be careful with his body. I mean, he has to be careful. I mean, like I said, it was a very short NBA season in a very small period of time. Then he go Then he go right into the Olympics. Then obviously you factor in, go deep in the playoffs. The season's here now. I think he has to be really careful because you can get yourself hurt in that situation.
Do you think Kobe or him would ever meet that Michael Jordan status?
As great as I think Kobe Bryant is, I never said he's not as good as Michael Jordan. Man, this guy, LeBron James,
you think he could be better than Michael?
I do think he. I thought.
I'll throw this water on you right now.
No, listen.
I'm gonna electrocute you twice tonight.
Hey, Kenny, listen. I always look at guys from my era. Like, I thought I would never compare somebody to Michael Jordan, but this guy LeBron James, from a basketball, like, he does everything well.
What didn't Michael do well?
Michael did everything well. LeBron James just bigger, stronger, faster. That's the only difference. But Michael Jordan always said, Michael Jordan had the perfect body. 6'6", 225. Can I run, I'll jump, tough, everything? I said, this other guy's 6'8", 260. I mean, we've never had a guy, like you mentioned Scottie. Scottie could guard a point guard, but Scottie was 6'7", 220. This other guy is 6'8", 260. He guards power forward. He plays power forward. I mean, this guy has the most unique body set. It's kind of like Magic playing the point. You're like, wow, this is a 6'9" point guard.
But all that you saw, I didn't buy it. I still think I just didn't buy it.
I don't
look
think
at
you
it,
need to
Kenny, though.
compare
He
him
has
to
to get
Michael.
6 championships.
I don't think
he also has to get 6 championships.
He doesn't need to. Yeah, that's right. He's got to
You
win the
gotta get
title.
6. Yeah, you
But I
gotta
don't
get
think
6
he
or
needs to
7.
be compared to Michael. Michael was much better offensively with a low post game, with his shooting. Michael was a different kind of player, but this guy defensively is maybe more versatile than anybody other than, or since Scottie Pippen. And you're right, he's bigger and stronger than Scottie. But I think they're different.
I totally think they're different.
Go ahead.
I mean, I think, Kenny, when you start looking at it, I understand what you're saying compared to Michael. But when you start looking at modes, you don't think he's the first of his mode of a small forward / point guard, but big as Karl Malone, being able to be that athletic.
I just feel that Michael never played on a team, same way Kobe. This is why Kobe as well got this luxury that LeBron had. He never played on a team where anybody on the court got double teamed but him. These two guys
played with Shaq.
No, Kobe's played with Shaq.
That's what he's saying.
Who got double teamed. He's playing with Dwayne Wade. Michael never played with a player that would get double teamed. So you had to carry that offensive load for an entire career, not just a season, an entire career, and then on the other end be first team all defensive player. There's no one gonna ever be like that because they won't, none of these guys, as we talked about earlier about these super teams, nobody will ever have that burden put on them that Michael Jordan had the way things are being constructed.
So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the beginning, we're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so you don't want to miss out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.